spend the week with me grocery shopping as I show you the hauls and the markdown shopping and how it all fits together, what I look for, what I leave, and all that stuff, because I do get the odd comment from time to time. I'm confused with how you all balance everything. So I thought that I would share with you the brain dump and the thought process and take you along. So pretty much every time I did something food related, I picked up the camera and filmed for you and put everything together. So let's have a look. Monday was a public holiday here in Adelaide, so I did not go to the shops. Monday, I am home nearly all day anyway. That is my day for filming, cleaning, editing, whatever I need to do. And Monday evenings, I usually have a Zumba class, except I didn't, being a public holiday. After Zumba, I sometimes will go for a little markdown shopping hunt. It just depends how tired I am and if it's pouring with rain or not, because some nights I just then will not get out of the car. So yesterday, I did no physical shopping, didn't leave the house. I did place an order for a click and collect, which we're about to go and pick up, because I got an email. Apparently there was some system issue when I did last week's click and collect, which I did only so I could get a free mud cake, because logic. And they gave me a $10 voucher if I did another Coles click and collect. So I said, cool, let's do it. Because we're in our 4-week Coles spend. I needed to spend $50 anyway, so I might as well do it online. And when I show you the haul, I'll show you what I purchased and why, because there was a method to my madness. It's Tuesday. I have just finished teaching my first Zumba class of the day. So we are now going to go to Woolworths for the sole purpose of markdown shopping. I'm going to go show you what I see, what is a good deal, what's not a good deal. I'm also mostly here for markdown milk. That is pretty much my sole purpose. I will have a look at the meat section, even though I really shouldn't. But something in me just says, imagine if you found a really, really good bargain, especially chicken if it's marked down. So let's go. Okay, first up is Woolworths, like I just mentioned, and just in case you forgot in 2 seconds. I was going to pick up some oranges, but I have a Coles week spend. No, they're the same price, so I'll wait to get some from there, but I really did enjoy the quality of these last time. And I really need a lettuce, but I am not paying that price for it, so I will wait to get one at Foodland. This price was even different. I was like, no thank you. I had a look in the meat section because I am after a pork knuckle. I have one free as a bunch member and I am on the hunt for it, and I have looked all around to look for it. I thought I was missing something, but clearly not. Some of this diced leg was on clearance and I would have bought it, except I can see a lot of the tenderloin bits in it, so I've just left it for now. And this diced beef casserole was on clearance, but I would have picked it up, but we have a lot in the freezer that I really need to get through, because I think some have got freezer burn, so I need to use it up before I really focus on getting anything else. Sometimes I pick up a really big piece of rump and I'll chop that up. I had a look at the clearance section that was here. Not a lot here, sadly, and it's hard to read now with the new labels that were there. I thought this razor was on special for $19, but it was something else, so I might have picked it up otherwise. I had a look at the main milk section and nothing was on clearance, but then I will have a look here at the flavoured section, because if it's marked down, it is just price marked now and left it where it's sitting. And from time to time I do find one, so I just always have a double look. And then I had a look and saw these lamb kebabs. I really like them. Hubby does not, but we have so much meat to get through in our freezer, so we need to focus on that first. I always have a look in the pasta section in the fridge, the cream and the yogurt, because again, when these are on clearance, they're really good prices compared with home brand. So I will often pick them up, especially sometimes the pasta, because it is well worth having something that is quick and easy for dinner. Yeah. I did pick up these lamingtons. I saved just under $1, because they're normally $3.50 a packet, so I'm happy with that. Yes, one is a bit smashed, but oh well. Less calories in that one, I guess. And here is the pork knuckle that I spent well over a week looking. I didn't go out of my way to look for it, but happened to be in a Woolworths and I found it. But yeah, you'll see next week's video I did end up finding one. Hooray! Onto Foodland, because it just happened to be on my way home and I haven't been in here for well over a year, so I thought I would stop in and crossed my fingers that there was some markdown bread, and I did find some. So now we're having burgers for dinner. If we had a plan before, now it's out the window. And I picked up these pink lady apples because they're on clearance for $1.99 or on sale, and haven't seen any that cheap for a while, and I can't get to my local fruit and veg shop for quite a few days, so I thought let's grab them here. I saw this pasta that was on clearance as well. I don't use this pasta anymore, it is such a pain, so I've just left it, but I'm always curious to know what the price is. And they had a whole clearance section here with other bits and pieces, and I have seen these chocolate sachet things before for $3.50, so this is still cheaper, but probably just not something that we would use, so I just left it. Okay, just went into a Foodland because I was looking for the markdown milk, because I used to come here all the time. They were notoriously always having markdown milk. They did have some, however it was unhomogenized and I don't know what that means, and it said on the packet how real milk should taste, and I thought, I don't think that's a good thing for our family. I'll probably be fine if I was making chocolate milk with that, but I'm gonna do some research on what unhomogenized milk is. Just, it doesn't mean it's not pasteurized, it hasn't been through the massive heat killing process. I don't know. Anyway, I did pick up these burger buns, so they might get thrown in the freezer if we don't end up having them. I accidentally put a lettuce on the top shelf in the fridge and it went all the way to the back, so half of it's frozen. So I've just lost half my lettuce that I was planning on having all week for wraps and sandwiches. So if I can find a super cheap lettuce, then I will get another one, which probably will be on Thursday. But if not, then we're going without lettuce. So then that means the burger buns might end up in the freezer, so then we can have them later, because everybody likes their burger bun toasted anyway, so being frozen, it doesn't matter. I picked up just under 1 kilo. I grabbed 5 pink lady apples because they were on sale for $1.99, so that cost me $1.49. Again, wasn't planning on buying them, but saw them, and my daughter has eaten the apples that I got her last week at a different Foodland that I went to. And then I got these fruit pieces for my son because we haven't had them in the house for a year, maybe 2 years, and he used to love them. And look, I know it's sugar, but I'm hoping as well a little bit that will help with digestion, if I'm making any sense. And then I got these apricot pieces because these are hubby's favorite, and I know that if he eats too many of these, his digestion will be going. But again, they haven't been in the house for well over a year. So these were $8.50 and these were $7.95. These are 500 grams. Both packets are 500 grams. So I will break these down into little snack bags for my son, and these will just go in a jar in the cupboard for hubby. He'll grab 1 or 2 as he walks past. So I haven't bought these, as I said, for a year, maybe 2, and this Foodland is pretty much the only place that I know that sells them. Probably other places do, but I don't see them in the walkways where I am at the other ones. So that's all it is. I know exactly where these are. They've been in the same spot every single time for how many years been coming here. So let's go pick up our click and collect order. Also, just to add, I rarely come to this Foodland because it's a little bit out of my way, only by about 3 streets. But with the way the traffic is, I now need to leave and go with the traffic and then go out and around to come back because it's too hard to try and cross over. So that's why also I rarely come here, because it's just easier to leave a street or 2 earlier and go through the back streets to get home rather than continue up to the main roads. Just waiting for my click and collect order, but I did pop into Coles just to have a quick look for the markdowns, and also I'm chasing the coffee special at the moment, and so I did pick up Farmers Union iced coffee marked down to $1.30. This will last a couple extra days than the use by date. I mean, it won't really in our house, but if it's in the fridge for 1 or 2 days after that, it will still be totally fine. So this is where I will spend a little bit outside of the weekly spends if there's a bargain like this. There were 3 or 4, I just grabbed 1 for now. Hey, it's Tuesday evening and I get about half an hour after Zumba to get to one of the Coleses that I like to visit, because our shops shut early here in South Australia. And my thinking was pre or mid Zumba class, I think I will go to Coles and see if they have any of the coffee, the Nescafe Gold 400 grams to the big jar, because it's on sale for $19. Because I went to do the online click and collect and it said no stock available, and I popped into another Coles today to have a look for some stock and they didn't have any either. And I thought if I could just go in and get 3 of them, then that will do the spend offer for the second account that we have, and then it's done for the week, and then I can worry about doing all the other stuff, because I'm out of kilter with when we buy bread. I used to buy it all as one go, and then we ended up buying a second loaf a couple of weeks ago, and then we're a little bit forward, if that makes any sense. So I'm gonna have to go individually and buy a new loaf of bread, but I'll probably do that on a Saturday when I'm heading home from Zumba, because it stays a bit fresher for hubby for longer. But of course they don't have any of the Nescafe Gold, so what I ended up doing is getting a rain check. So it's our customers always come first, and it's called a rain check. So on here they'll tick rain check. I'm just covering up the team member's name just for respect. And it says their Nescafe Gold 400 grams, it's on sale for $19, and I've asked can I get 3, and there's the date, and right down the bottom of it, it says this is valid for 30 days from the date. So when I next week come to do my flyby spend, I'll go in store and I'll pick up 3 cans of the coffee, and it will get charged to me at $19 each. So that's a way that I'll be able to save some money and still get my spend in, because I looked at the catalogs and I didn't see much stuff as half price. Although I'm seeing lately in the catalogs that there's not a lot of stuff showing, but when I go into store and do a walk around, I see a lot of things on shelf. So whether they haven't paid enough money to make the advertising in the catalogue, because apparently that's what it's all about, who knows. But while I was in store, because I love a good little markdown, I got 3 bags of these potatoes. They're 1 kilo each for 76 cents, because of course I got my calculator out. 1 bag of potatoes is 5 kilos that I purchased at $6.50. So that's $1.30 a kilo for potatoes. I will not pay any more than $2 for a kilo of potatoes. I like to only pay around $1 a kilo for potatoes. But if I can't, $6.50 for the 5 kilo bag is what I will get. And I try and buy it in a flyby spend as well, so it is incorporated in the price. But I saw these, so I picked them up. Sadly, there was no coffee. I had a plan. But now I've paid a little bit extra for the potatoes on their own. So be it. And I'll figure out something else. Tuesday evening, I did notice on my Facebook feed that the NQR ad came on, and I always like to have a look at it. And except for the chocolate that was $2 and maybe a little packet of the chips for $1, there was nothing here that jumped out at me that we would actually eat. So I'm kind of glad. It means I don't have a stop to do NQR. Maybe in a couple of weeks if there's some other chips and stuff. Checking in for Thursday food shopping. So Wednesday after Zumba, I went to Woolworths to look for that pork knuckle thing again, just in case they'd restocked for the morning, but I don't think they stocked the product at all. So I will go to another Woolworths. I meant to go to another one yesterday, and by the time I got home, I was just too lazy to head back out again. So that's what happened. But I did go to Woolworths and purchase some of the Westfield gift cards because they had 20 times the points. So I purchased those ready for future food shopping. So it's all about purchasing things now for the future. Now it's Thursday and I'm going to Foodland because this is the main day that I do the markdown shopping. This is where I will wait and pick up markdown bananas and markdown lettuce. Universe, that's what I need. So if you could deliver, that'd be great. Sometimes markdown bread. If there's bread rolls there, that's when I'll pick these up. And sometimes I'll look in the deli section if there's markdowns. And then I'll look in the markdown area, the markdown trolleys. I'll look through the markdown juice, the markdown milk, and then I'll go to the dairy section for the markdowns, and then I'll see what we end up with. So let's go. I think this is my favorite section of Foodland. They have this metal trolley and they load everything here that is on a clearance. So I can pretty much always be guaranteed that I'll pick up bananas. So I'm always excited by that. And pretty much always a lettuce. So these are my guarantees every single week. I picked up 2 lettuces, sorry to say, and I did pick up 1 packet of bananas. I always look in the meat section. I probably shouldn't because they have some really good deals. Now this Ingham's roast I think is an excellent deal. I think around $10 for this is an excellent price because it's a kilo weight and it's got flavors and stuff in it, so I'd be more than happy to pick that up. But we already have one that we need to get through first, and then we will look at another one. And I always have a look at the bread rolls because they're marked down and we like to have them in the house as a bit of a grab and go. I always have a look in the deli as well because they have products there wrapped and marked down. And we picked up a packet of bacon. And then I have a look in the clearance section because they always have sneaky little things in here. I denied about these chips and I wasn't quite sure about the price. They're a little bit more than what they normally are. I had a look at this alfoil packet and I was like, what? I couldn't figure out the price. I know it says there that you're saving like 20 cents or something, but I thought, oh, I just can't do it. So I just left it for now. And I noticed that the packet of muesli bars is still here from last week, still at $2.20, which makes them still more expensive than home brand. I did pick up though this packet of Twisties spicy ramen for everyone in the house except me. I won't eat them. And then I always have a look at the milk section, and I'm pretty much usually blessed with some sort of markdown milk, so we'll pick that up. Thank you very much. I'll get 2 milkshakes and white sauce for lasagna and chocolate milk if I need to make any. But also luckily today I picked up some chocolate milk. It's a little bit more than what I normally pay, but we really like this brand, and also all the work's done for me, so I think it's well worth it for the price. I didn't pick up this iced coffee though, just because it's only 2 cents cheaper than what I can get at Aldi, and we literally have just got that other one that I showed you for iced coffee marked down, and we already have another one in the fridge as a backup from one of the Coles hauls, so I will stick with those for now. So just showing you what is left in my trolley. So I got the bacon that I showed you, ½ kilo. It's excellent price. I got a couple of cream buns as well because I know that my mum will enjoy them to have them at bingo. Got the bananas and I got both lettuces. Sorry, but we really need them and I can't be short again. So $22.74 for this haul with the spicy chips. Oh, and I used a Westfield FPOS card to pay for it all. So I'll talk to you more about that in another video about how to use gift cards to your advantage. Went to Coles and did one of the Coles 4-week spends. So here I picked up 4 of the oat milks. It's 2 for $7, so it works out to be $3.50 each. So it's well worth bulk buying that way. Otherwise they're $4.80. Multigrain bread for lunches. I've got some English muffins because now that we have the bacon, we're going to be having bacon and eggs on the weekend because now we have these free range eggs marked down. I can pretty much always get eggs marked down from time to time, so I'm happy about that. I got 1 Nescafe Gold. I had got a rain check on a set of 2 from a Coles before. I seem to have lost the clip, so I'll talk about that a bit later. I got some crackers. I've got 2 lots of chocolate chip muesli bars, and I've got 8 cans of beetroot. So they were on clearance for $1.40 each. So I grabbed 8. There was entire pallets there. And one of them scanned at full price. So I got that one for free. And then the rest were price adjusted to be $1.40. So I said, thank you very much. I already talked about the crackers, but we'll go through them. I talk in my head as I'm filming with how long to hold the camera for, because I know I do a voiceover. So yeah, with the rain check, because there was only 1 on the shelf. I grabbed it, and then they wrote me out a rain check for another one, so I will then pick that up in another grocery Coles haul to help with the spend. And so I'm just showing you here how I got one of the beetroot for free and the rest was price adjusted. Hey, checking in for our food shopping vlog. So Saturday, stayed home, didn't do anything. Should have gone to the other Woolworths to have a look for that pork knuckle because it is driving me insane looking for it. But thought, don't want to go to the shops because if I go there and I see something, then I want it. So I didn't go anywhere. Sunday, I pretty much never leave the house anyway, so I knew I would be safe. So again, didn't purchase anything. And today's Monday, so far so good. I do, however, this week need to finish the Coles flyby spends. So whether I stop in at Coles on the way home from Zumba tonight, we'll see. If I find some markdowns and there's enough there to get a base of the Coles flyby spend, then I might do that. But I might just wait until Wednesday for the new week to kick in and see what half price specials are there. I do have that coffee voucher for the 3, so that will knock off one minimum spend straight away. I'll be able to do that, so that will help with the stockpile. And yeah, I'll wait till 4:30 this afternoon to jump on to the Coles website and have a look at the half price specials and see what's there. That's in the catalogue that I talked about before, because they're not always, not everything is shown. I really like on TikTok, there's a girl called Tennille's Deals. She always says half price special this week in Coles, and she does Woolworths, and she'll go through and she'll show everything. There's hardly ever anything there because a lot of it is brand stuff as well that she's showing. So it's still good to be aware. But yeah, so that's pretty good. Technically 3 days with no shopping, and I'll update you at the end of this evening and see where we're at to finish our week, because we started last Tuesday and then Monday we'll finish up. Just checking in to let you know that I have no more shopping for the week. Monday night I didn't have a Zumba class, which means I didn't leave the house to do any food shopping. So that wraps up the week. If you enjoyed this, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know down below if you want me to do it again, because next week will be the end of the Coles 4-week spend, and then also I can show you what I'm planning on doing moving on from there. We also have soon coming up a 1 month and a 3-month stockpile, and also some other tips and tricks to help you with shopping and saving money. So subscribe because you want to come along on that journey with us. Thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.